Good morning, Skidaway Church. I am so happy that you're joining me today. Last week, if you were able to tune in with me, I shared with you about studying Genesis 7 and how set apart and how holy I feel God has called us all to be. So much so that He will allow us to enter into an ark of the covenant with Him and that He will seal us in. This week, I've been able to identify with this story of Noah in a way I never have before. I have never been one of those young women who will let something happens in my life. I am not one of those women that goes, "Oh, woe is me, my life is over." I do know many that do, but that's never been my response to things. More than likely because of having to deal with my brother's death at such a young and early age. I know what devastation really and truly looks like. I will say though, with this year of 2020, I've never seen the world fall apart quite like this before. As I look through scriptures, could very much put myself in Noah's shoes, not quite to the same effect. My world is not 100% ending like his was, but being shut with my mask, feeling completely separated from people, not being able to touch and show affection, and that's one of my love languages, is hard. I feel like I am isolated, like I'm inside of an ark. I feel every time I turn on the news that the world is falling apart around me. I see people who carry signs that say "going to hell and proud." I see how far removed we are from living holy lives as a generation of people, and my heart breaks for us. But even looking into all of the horrors that are going around us, I still find great solace in this story, because it doesn't end with him being stuck in the ark. COVID is not going to end with us being stuck in our mask. In chapter 8, verse 20, it says that Noah built an altar to the Lord. He took some of every kind of clean animal and every kind of clean bird and offered burnt offerings on the altar. And when the Lord smelled the pleasing aroma, he said to himself, "I will never again curse the ground because of man, even though his inclination is evil from his youth. And I will never again strike down every living animal, every little thing as I have done." That burnt offering was a complete and total offering. A lot of times with offerings in the Bible that aren't burnt offerings, you will see the people and the priest taking a portions for themselves. But with this burnt offering, it was everything. Every bit of it, to the very last cinder and ash, was consumed by fire. It was totally given to the Lord. That's exactly what Jesus did for us. He gave every bit of himself as a burnt offering for us, so that every sin is covered. He was the perfect sacrifice, and that's what I hold on to when this world seems to be falling apart. It's what I claim and pray that everyone will experience, this surety of salvation that I have, that I'll have the courage to step out, to pull a mask away from my face and say that I am a Christian and here's what God has done for me and what he wants to do for you. Today I am overwhelmed by the blood of Christ, how perfect it is and what it can do for a world. A couple of birds offered by Noah was pleasing to God. How much more pleasing is it when we accept the offering of Christ and have that covering? That aroma has got to be a knockout for God. And I am very grateful for it. And I'm grateful for all of you. I pray that we go through our day just loving God for providing a way back to him. I'll see you later. Have a good morning.